England's 2-0 victory over Albania at Wembley on Friday night made sure that Thomas Tuchel's tenure as manager got off to a victorious start. The Three Lions' 2026 World Cup qualifying campaign got off to a good start as captain Harry Kane and rookie Miles Lewis-Skelly each scored goals just before halftime to give them all 3 points. Lewis-Skelly, who has had a stellar season at Arsenal and earned his first senior cap for England, displayed positivity in his performances. Lewis-Skelly became the youngest player in history to score on his senior England debut when he did it at the age of 18 years and 176 days. However, as he observed the performance from the sidelines, what was Thomas Tuchel's impression of it? Judy James, a body language expert, has revealed everything in an exclusive interview with MailSport. With his crinkled eye smiles and rosebud-pursed mouth, Tuchel appeared to have all the refined charm of your typical maitre d'. However, it seemed from his body language during the game that his strength as a manager stems more from his ability to make candid, open, and critical judgments that might easily leave the players dreading a beating than from his warmth and charm. After the 2-0 victory, Tuchel's critical assessment of Southgate's team's performance was directed at his own squad. Although he expressed his admiration for Lewis-Skelly in a composed monotone, he used non-verbal cues of itchy annoyance to express his displeasure with the other members of the team. As he swayed from foot to foot, his tongue pushed and prodded around his mouth, and his head shook in a micro-gesture of disbelief. His eyes narrowed and his shrugs after bringing up Rashford and Foden appeared ruthlessly contemptuous. He was observed sitting with his hands gripped between his knees and his legs juddering wildly during the second half of the game, displaying that sensation of mounting annoyance and exasperation. His tendency to take wildly inflated notes during the game also suggested that he would be given detentions afterwards. During the game, he stood up multiple times and scribbled frantically while bending double to rest the notepad he produced, the type that police officers carry, on his thigh. His non-verbal profile as a leader fell midway between the stress ball and the lone empirical types. He frequently stood by himself, hands in his pockets or arms folded, like a man waiting for a bus. He performed a tiny, somewhat subdued fist-waggling dance as part of his celebration ritual. Instead of being shared with the players or the audience, it was a highly private celebration, as if he valued validation. Before the game, he described himself as nervous, and he demonstrated this by twitching his face, scratching his neck, licking his lips, and laughing nervously.